so we've got 1 minute left up until Sick versus Conviction on the 5-man team. So 5 versus 5 paintball with lots of bullets in the air at all times. Now, one thing that we've seen on this layout is a lot of teams getting into the Snake 1 or Snake 2 off the break. Not a lot of pressure down the Doritos side. Every once in a while, we'll see somebody get up into the 50.
That's true.
On that side. More often than not, we will see a body up into the 50, what we're calling the monster on this layout. So definitely be looking forward to those bodies getting out wide on the Snake side and up the gut on the center here. So this is a race to 2 format. We are here at Tag Paintball in Hollister, California. California.
I understand it's a kind of old facility.
Yeah?
Yeah. I heard it started, what, October, just last October of 1984?
1980. So this field is older than I am.
30 seconds.
That's sick. 4th oldest paintball company in the world, and now we're doing the Red Zone.
Yeah, moving in with the best, moving in with the newest, most available products. All right, less than 30 seconds left to the start of the first point of this match, and all the teams huddled up against the net want to make sure that they know who they're playing when we move out of the first brackets here. So coaching, counter-coaching, not allowed in this 5-man, so it's players against players, none of the shenanigans in between. Of course, referees are going to be doing their jobs out there. All right, 3 guns up for Sick on this side, sending a body out into the Snake 1 and the Dorito 1, playing a little bit pocket in the back, and then moving out to get a little bit more support onto the Doritos of the field, but unfortunately did not make it out that far alive. Now on the other side of the field here for Conviction, it looks like we've got a player making it into Snake 1, coming out of the insert bunker there, as they've got another player mirrored up into the Snake Tower. Both teams have a player back at home, both teams have a player up in the Snake Tower, and now both teams have players in the Dorito 1. A little bit of chatter from both teams, not a lot of communication, but they're going to have to definitely pick that up if they want to see what's going on. It doesn't look like anybody saw the player going from Dorito 1 to Dorito 2, but they did lose a body on Sick on the Snake side tower here, so he's going to have to be really careful in the Snake, as he's the only one for his team on that side of the field.
Just bounced up to the Dorito in the 50, and only a couple of people saw him, so Conviction better be doing communication to let him know that they're there. Otherwise, he's going to do some damage.
Yeah, it looks like they definitely do know that he's out there, but not before he was able to do some damage and clean off. It looks like he peeled out the player from the center tower and from the Dorito 1. So player on the Dorito corner was calling his shot, did not make anything happen.
Snake 2 is now hot from Sick side, and it looks like they are, even though they are down.
It's 4-on-2 right now.
Is it 4-on-2, or is he still alive?
No, well, they lost. They lost 3 guys. Just
okay, so it's 3-on-2.
1, 2. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, I guess it is 3-on-2 right now. There we go. Yeah, and they've got that player up in the 50.
So I'm still trying to use my fingers to do the counting.
The phalanges.
The phalanges. Oh my gosh.
I love knowing that word.
Phalanges.
The digits.
I'm gonna have to write that one down.
All right, so we got the player down here on the Snake side trying to bait his mirror, or not his mirror, but the other guy down tape into a gun battle, and he is not going for that bait, which is smart for him. You never want to take a gun battle. You don't have to. Oh, let's see if he was able to make that shot to the back center. Referee coming in to check him out. Lucky he didn't draw a penalty on that. So calling Snake only. What we're about to see is somebody get their head split open here. It doesn't look like he got it there alive. Is he calling about that? No, it looks like he wasn't able to get the trade out. But he did earn himself a major penalty.
Oh.
So that'll do it, and the lone player left alive in the Snake is going to be able to win this point. Looks like he got shot running down the field and continued shooting, continued running. That's unfortunately going to be a major penalty, as they're going to go ahead and wipe that player off and let him get the flagging here to take the first point of the match.
Just took the, because they were literally, Sick was going to actually win
3-on-1.
3-on-1. They were going to win it, and the guy was at the middle, posted up, ready to go. So as soon as the Snake popped up, as soon as the referee stopped doing what he was doing, he'd have been clipped. There's no way, there was no defense against it, because he didn't see where he was coming from.
Well, that's being a hero, man. You know, sometimes you got to make those moves. It's a lot. That's my favorite thing to do, though. You hear Snake only. What do you want to do? Go do damage. Go run them down. You know, go make a name for yourself. Go piss people off. But got to be careful.
You have to.
Because these refs are sharp, and these guys have been. I was talking to one of the guys last night. actually reffed a very similar situation in 2007 in Santa Monica with Joy Division versus San Diego Dynasty in the finals there. He was actually on that field during the infamous brawl that happened during that match in the finals.
Wow.
That was still heartbreaking to think about, but you know, on the field there, made the right call, saw that player get eliminated, knew that he was still going to continue on and try to get that kill. Obviously, you know, a penalty there.
Tensions run high in paintball, and the neat thing about, you know, this sport versus any other sport is it involves technology, and every other sport also has testosterone, serotonin, dopamine, but it's that ego.
Ego. We're 70% ego, 30% mind processing.
And you know, when you get target fixation, you know, sometimes you know, off the field or off the plate.
Guilty.
Oh my Lord, you can do some serious damage for your own team.
Guilty. I'd like to say I've never been able to earn my team a major penalty when it mattered. Wish I could say that.
Ready to start.
All right, so make sure the players are started off on the net. All right, so 3 guns up on both sides of the field. A little bit more pocket coming out from Conviction as they are going to be playing on the home side. That's going to be the left side of your screen right now. As Sick making it up into the Dorito 2 as well as the Dorito side tower. So a lot more aggression out of them. They really need to make up for that penalty that they got in the last match, but they did. You know, they really should have won that point. So we're going to have to see if they can make something cool together. They did lose a body in their Conviction looks like lost a body out of the home bunker there, so that's going to be very important for them to try to make sure that they keep communication going between the players, because typically the black player like that is going to be the anchor of communication. He's going to be the one receiving information and passing it along to the players on the other side of the field there. Now we've got a little bit of chatter coming out from the player on the snake side insert here. I don't know if his teammates can hear him, because he's definitely stressed out in the snake tower, not knowing what's going on. So a player making it up into the center 50 here, trying to look for a sneaky shot in between there. Going to go ahead and wrap around, but nobody saw the player go into snake 3 right now.
Conviction countered that center move with a snake move. Now he's at the snake 3, and nobody sees him.
If he looks inside right now, he's going to have a couple of face shots, but he's got to look right now. He's got to come. He's got to step back a little bit and look in. Looks like he got the shot on the Doritos. He's going to take a look. Here we go. He's going to come up over the top. Gave him 1-2 balls very carefully. Nobody saw him make the move. He's got 2 kills out of that spot because they just have not seen him bridge those gaps. So he's going to go ahead and pop out here through these pins and drill this player on the Doritos.
And he missed the guy earlier, and now he finished up the shot. He missed him at the snake 3, and then he took him at the snake 5.
Better luck next time. Thanks for coming out, but he's going to go ahead and clean it up on that side of the field. And a penalty being thrown.
3 minutes.
For
not sure who or what. The ref isn't necessarily signaling towards anybody. It might be a no point. No, it looks like they're going to go ahead and let him hang that flag.
Hector did really well on Conviction. He actually just 1-balled him, 2-balled him, just to make sure it broke. Had, you know, total muzzle control.
I do not have that kind of self-control.
My gosh, that was impressive.
Open back!
Light him up! Who's your daddy now, sucker?
I'm your daddy now.
But he was very judicial, very surgical. I was pretty impressed with that, because some people like...
Well, he didn't give himself away either. Only shot a couple times. Was able to stay...
Very well done. Very well executed. So, Hector, props out to you. With some discussions with the referees. And
all right, let's see what happens. So the coach coming out said that he did notice the minor penalty, but there were 2 players left. So he's probably arguing that, look, if there was a minor penalty, that's going to be him and the other player, which would leave everybody.
Yeah, no one to hang the flag. So that the flag carrier would be
so it looks like they had 3 bodies. They pulled the minor. They pulled the 2 bodies, and they would have had 1 left alive to hang that flag.
It wouldn't have made a difference. So we'll see. That's what the referees do. They are doing a great job. Shout out to them.
Yeah, and a lot of these guys have been working together for a long time as well. So
that's what I like about the sport. There's a lot of things I love, but this is one of them. Is the camaraderie and the professionalism.
All right, so it looks like Sick was able to tie that up, so it is tied 1-1 with Conviction taking the first point and Sick taking the second. They're going to go ahead and looks like switch sides one more time.
So Sick to the left side of your screen and Conviction to the right. And looks like Conviction is getting slow to the starting side.
All right. So I have a feeling that Conviction's going to go ahead and take a timeout here. They're not showing any hustle at all getting onto the field or ready to the start box. So I definitely would not be surprised if they called a timeout. Yeah, look. All right, looks like they did call the timeout there. They're making sure that got in. They're going to go ahead and take their time, get a game plan going with, make sure they know what's going on. They know what works. They know what doesn't. That same player, I believe, won and lost both games. I believe he single-handedly lost the first one, which happens. It happens. Or maybe it was a different guy. I think the guy that did that was wearing flexes. I think it was a different guy.
In this sport, it's so easy to go from hero to zero like that, and vice versa. You know, you can be the pigeon one game, you can be the statue in the other.
Yeah, it's like I got a buddy of mine that's playing at another event right now. Ended up getting a game-winning at the buzzer point to send his team on into the next bracket. And that comes from an event that they played in Las Vegas. They lost all 4 matches pretty badly. Do some roster changing, but again, that does go to show how much you can do with 1 or 2 players getting shuffled around. And of course, I will say that now that they're using the parabolic barrels, obviously they've got a little bit more of an advantage than they did when they played their first few games. Only half the players had the barrels at the first event,
and
but
you can
now that they're in stock,
you can see the difference.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's a placebo effect where it's they're just hey, I've got the confidence, or it truly is a technological advantage. What's your view on that?
I put enough bloody time and money into making it a technological advantage. It better be there.
I would definitely concur with that. Here we go.
Right, so here we go. This is the point that we've been waiting for. 1-to-1. Very fast guns up on the bait. Holding up short, not going all the way into Snake 1 on either team. It looks like we've got almost mirrored breakouts here, with the exception of the Snake quarter, and it looks like Sick making it out to the Dorito 1. So both teams playing relatively steady right now, keeping it slow, don't want to do anything crazy.
Oh, major.
Like that. Major penalty. The ref tried to call him out a couple of different times. That's going to go ahead and pull his buddy. And
Sick just took some major damage.
All right, so they still got 2 left alive, though, both on the Snake side of the field, which is going to open up the door on the Dorito side.
They don't seem to see that right now. Conviction doesn't see the advantage as of yet, but
yeah, because usually you'll yell out they got a penalty. That's something you need to be able to communicate. You need to be able to see those.
Conviction still isn't. Okay, now they're beginning to realize that they have the advantage.
All right, so they were able to get the kill out of the Snake though. So he's going to go ahead and move up.
Oh,
not very effectively. He didn't know that he was in that Dorito, and I don't even see him get shot. Probably just got so disgruntled and walked off. Also known to happen. So they're going to go ahead and let the clock just run out here. We've got 1 minute and 17 seconds left. They're going to check each other out, make sure all the players are clean. If they want to, they're going to go ahead and clean things up here and get that flag hang and take the game. So refs are making sure they know how many players were pulled on the penalty, what flag got thrown. Asking if it was ketchup or mustard for sure. I forgot the names of the characters from Angry Birds. You got the yellow ones and the red ones.
I don't remember those guys.
Angry Birds.
Woohoo!
1 minute, 30 seconds.
All right, so there's the buzzer. Referee going to go ahead and give him the final check.
Season opener for Northern California for Red Zone HAVOC with AFPL.
Yeah.
Seems to be shaping up very well. The weather's perfect. The attitude of the players, even though
no
they're
fights.
competitive,
Could have been some fights.
There could have been, but everybody held their cool.
Well, it's a pretty relaxed league. Everybody here is very competitive. A lot of these guys have played against each other for a long time. But we've got a very healthy respect for everybody else on the field, especially the way that John operates.
We had a technology challenge that got fixed.
Super
we had somebody lose an $1,800 gun, and that turned up. And without a lot of accusations and finger pointing, it was like, hey guys, we need to get this thing fixed. Be patient, and then it happens. And so realizing that once the emotion of that point of contact, when everybody's like really fired up, everybody can just calm it down.
Yep, take your step back.
and then it works it out.
Well, all the players that we've seen get kind of heated today are used to being the ones getting in trouble for being heated, Ian. So, you know, it takes you got to learn that a few times to be able to really slow yourself down.
Now you've been on the side of the table before, so you understand when you're actually grading people, when you're watching them, on their skill sets.
They're all way better than I am.
Snap shooting, and then running gun, sliding, their foot speed. Is there a category for hothead?
Not that I've ever noted, but I definitely pay attention to people that are.
Who can sling it better than anybody? Maybe instead of foot speed, it'll be mouth. It's like, man, if your gun shot as fast as your mouth, you'd actually be half a good player.
There's a story I need to tell you about.
Off camera?
A little kid in Malaysia and a couple of French chicks. And a whole lot of drama, and I don't really want to tell it on the air, but I probably will eventually tell that story anyways in a few years when all the heat dies down, because it was pretty sketchy. But we ended up winning the game, so it doesn't really matter. All right, signing out for right now. I have not actually heard anything from the official booth, or did I hear what team was awarded that last point. I believe Conviction won that game, because I knew it was 1-1 going into it, if I was keeping track correctly of them going from the right side to the left side.
Other teams seem to be taking the field, so we're about ready to announce that. So I guess we'll just not wait for the official version, and we'll just call it.
Calls them as I sees them. Make sure you guys like and share. Check out. Make sure you guys check out Air Up's Paintball, Tag Paintball Field. If you guys are in Northern California area, make sure to come check this here out. And pretty soon you guys are going to have the Ironmen going to be scrimmaging out here a lot, right? And then Fusion as well.
Correct.
So a lot of really good competition going to be around this side of California.
There's a shift going on in Northern California where the tournament talent is being, and they've elected to be at Tag. So we're really pleased for that. So your co-host, Griffan Spanner, and myself, what's my name? Bullseye? Whatever?
Old man.
Old man. Old man, that's right.
Old man Bullseye.
I can't handle the shit, not too fast.